So I said I was going to save my $1,200 federal stimulus check for an emergency fund, but I decided to use $200 of my $1,200 check in order to add a little bit of comfort and convenience to my van life. I went to REI and I picked up something. Yes, it was $200, and plus I paid about $50 for an accessory that I added. So in total, it was $250 in order to add a little bit of comfort and convenience to my van life. I will show you what I got from REI, and I'm going to do an unboxing. The first time I see it is the first time you're going to see it. Smaller box is the accessory, larger box is expensive Yeti cooler. I almost got the CF X355M powered cooler from Dometic. It also has an ice maker. I was seriously considering getting that instead of the two items that I did get. I had to weigh the pros and cons of both of them. The Dometic cooler had an ice maker, but it made very small amounts of ice, and I sort of wanted ice because I like to put ice in my drinks. The Dometic was $1,100. The Yeti coolers, $200. The accessories that I bought were $50. I bought two. What I got is the Yeti Roadie 24, and I got the little basket, I guess is what they call it, that fits at the top of the Yeti cooler, the Yeti Roadie 24. I got two of the baskets. You can get one, but I decided to get two. You can put your yogurt in there. You could put cheeses in there if you eat cheeses. You put items in the baskets that you don't want to get wet and melted. You could put a sandwich in there, which I often, get something from Subway, and I'll get a foot long, but I can't eat the whole foot long at once. So with that, I can put like half the foot long in the basket at the top. It won't get wet, and it can stay cool. If I get like my veggie sandwich, I'm able to keep that. So that's kind of cool. So I thought that's why I got the basket. It's almost like a little fridge, but it is a cooler. It's an expensive cooler. The cooler was $200. It's very rugged. I like it. It reminds me of my Yeti bucket. I have a Yeti loadout bucket, same color, the charcoal, same straps. It's really rugged. I was very pleased when I opened it. You can sit on it, which is what I like because it'll give me another seat. So if I'm boondocking, I want to sit outside of the van or, sit at the park, it gives me a nice little seat without having to add anything extra. The top of the cooler is textured. I was running my hands across the top of it. It's sort of textured so you won't, slip off, I guess. I love the latches. The side, right there where the strap is, you can see that it has like a little hook where you can tie something down. So like where the tag was hanging, there's a space where you can tie something down. And the handle is very comfortable. I like the way it's made out of fabric. It's made out of a nylon, and then it has a hard plastic handle covering so that the strap won't cut into your hand. I really like that. I like it because the handle doesn't get in the way, and it helps. I can store it in a smaller space in my van because I had to really rearrange stuff in order to make space for this. Because when you have a small space, you really have to consider how important something is. So I had to really think about what I was getting and think about how much it would add value to my life, because space, you only have a little bit of space. So, but I'm pretty pleased with the purchase. It comes, it's just an insulated cooler. It comes with an owner's manual, little owner's kit inside. They recommend that you kind of pre-chill it before you put ice in it, and then put ice in it. That's something I'm not doing. If I was in an apartment or a house, I guess it would make sense because, you could put frozen bottles or, pre-chill it with ice. I just threw ice right in there, and so far so good. It's working pretty well. Obviously in my situation, you can't, it's not convenient to pre-chill, but it still works just by putting ice in there. And so I got this just in time because today is Thursday, July 2nd. Yesterday was July 1st. It was Canada Day for my Canadian friends. But we're going into a 3-day weekend here in the United States for the 4th of July. It's going to be observed on Friday the 3rd, but the holiday, of course, is Saturday the 4th. So I plan to boondock, and I'm going to load it up with ice and drinks and snacks. So I'll get to try it out for this long 3-day weekend. I'm going to find a nice place outside of town and boondock for 3 days. So yeah, and I might even stay there since I'm telecommuting. I might, if I have good enough internet connection or connectivity, I may just stay there and work there for about a week for the next week, but we shall see about that. But yeah, so there's the Yeti. You can see the box it came in. And since I did my unboxing in the park, very convenient because when I was done, I cut the box down flat and I was able to throw it away in the garbage bins in the park. So that's one reason why I did my unboxing in the park. And the side of the cooler, you see the Yeti bin that's there. And it's nothing special, it's just a plastic bin. But it fits it fits perfectly. 2 bins fit perfectly side by side. So yeah, and it serves a purpose. And yeah. I feel like the training wheels are being taken off of my van life. For a while, I relied so much on my workplace, the refrigerator at my workplace, the cooler, the filtered water at my workplace, the microwave. Since I've been telecommuting, I've truly been doing real van life without training wheels now. So this is just one piece in order to allow my life to be more independent. Things are much easier now during this pandemic that the gyms are open, but you still can't go anywhere and sit down. So as you can see the price here, it was $199.99 for the cost of the cooler. And for the baskets, as you can see the price right there, it was $24.99. So $25 each, and I bought 2, so that made $50. So the total cost was $250. I had REI membership dividend, so I actually had about $50. So I saved $50. So for me, I only paid $200. I say only, but it's expensive, but I think it's worth it. These are supposed to be some really, really good coolers. And so, yeah, and there I've got some ice and I have some of my energy drinks in there. Don't judge me. I know Red Bull, Rockstar, not healthy, but hey, I can do worse.